Hey guys, it's Jack from CruiseCasinoMafia.com with a quick casino and coffee morning chat. So we released on the public side over here of our YouTube channel, I think it was either yesterday or the day before, a Baccarat video that's called Conservative Paycheck Replacement Method or System, something like that. Baccarat, you'll see the word Conservative Paycheck Replacement System. So my phone has been blowing up. I've been getting tons of emails. And you know what they've all been saying? That they're a bit shocked. They're shocked that something as simple as what I showed in the video is working. And they don't understand why. So I thought I would do a quick follow-up video here on the way home before playing golf today. I need a break, man. Let me tell you. I'm going to take a little bit of time today, go play golf, because that's all I've been doing is testing systems, talking to members, answering emails, videos, and then all my other business stuff. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. And getting ready to introduce some non-casino stuff and making some hardcore decisions here as to what we should do first for members on the non-casino stuff that we're introducing. A lot of stuff going on here. So let's get back to this video that was released, I guess it was yesterday. So that video, you should go back and watch. The purpose of that video was to show once again that I can take almost any bet selection and I can turn it into something better than what it was with a crappy bet selection. You know, some double up nonsense. Maybe somebody's shown you how to do it with Fibonacci or DeLambert, which I don't have any problem with those, with Fibonacci or anything like that. I don't want people to think that I'm anti-Fibonacci or something. I'm not at all. I am anti-martingale, we know that. But the purpose of the video was to show that you can take an even money bet, somewhat of an even money bet. We know it's not exact. Banker, player, red, black, even odd in roulette, and even don't pass and pass. You can use a lot of this stuff for that too in craps. And we don't talk about that too much here. But, you know, those type of using don't pass or pass almost like an even bet, we look at it differently than that. So taking these things and smoothing out the equity curve, not because of the holy grail bet selection that you're being sold on some of these other channels and these crazy things. You know, people are selling systems and making up crazy names and selling them for $1,500, $3,000, $5,000, okay? And I'm not going to tell you that there's something wrong with those systems. Some of them probably have some pretty good bet selections. But what my point is not to drag people down or name call. My point is simply to show you guys that you can take something simple and you can turn it into a winner when the money manipulation side is handled properly. That's the lesson that I'm trying to teach sometimes in these videos. And that video yesterday blew people's mind because that's all I did basically was stick with Banker for 90% of the video. And the only reason I switched to player was to show people that, oh, it's not because this is a blank banker heavy shoe or some of that nonsense. Okay? It's to show you guys that a lot of times it's a complete fallacy when someone tells you that they have the holy grail concept for picking banker or player. Now, with that being said, there are some bet selections that are better than others. But here's the real trick that they never talk about in those videos and in those systems that they're selling. They never give you their hit rate, right? So at the end of the day, most of those sellers ever talk about that. They just show you that you can make money. And at the end of the day, that is all that matters. I agree. It's how much money we made, not what our hit rate was. is. Totally agree. But the point is that how can it be a holy grail bet selection if that's all that you did was hit 53% of the times that you put a bet down? Forget about the money management, the size of the bet. And then you go to the next book, seller, PDF, whatever it is. And if you flat bet it, that system did 55% wins. And the next guy that sells his system for $5,000 did 49%. And the only way that they're making any money is because they're putting a martingale or some kind of crazy doubling up system on it, or whatever it may be, or maybe they're using Fibonacci or something that's a little bit better, all right? Maybe they are. But they get into these nosebleed bet amounts, all right? So is it really magic, their bet selection, or are they, quote unquote, making it look better because they're taking a magic pill? That's the point. That's the point. So if you want something for free and you want it to open up your brain to seeing that there is an opportunity to win without that crazy stuff, you may want to watch the video that we just showed, right? And then if you want to take it a step further, this channel now has been around for a year. If you look at some of the videos, not the combo stuff on the roulette, I'm talking about even money bet videos, the Bankroll stuff, things like that I've shown. You will see that 99% of the time, I am introducing you guys to some type of a conservative money management approach when using an even money bets in the casino. They're not all equal. They're not all the same. Some of them are a little more aggressive than others. Some of them have a little wrinkle. Okay, some you may like a lot more than others. But I've given you guys a lot of free stuff to look at on this channel if you go backwards. And the way that it works for our members, our paid members, is that we compile all of these things into what will soon be 3 volumes. I'm releasing the 3rd volume this week probably, I guess, of money management concepts. All different types of money management concepts. And by the way, some of them are aggressive because I don't do this just for myself. Some people want a little bit more aggression. So some of the money management concepts in the 3 volumes are slightly more aggressive for people that do want to play a little bit more action, right? They're not all conservative, but you're getting those 3 and more coming. The value just in those 3 volumes of various money management tests is worth its weight in gold. I would tell you that it's worth more than all the systems that you're seeing being sold out there, because the systems are all trying to tell you that they have the holy grail bet selection. And really what you want to do is learn money management. And then combine it with the bet selection that you actually enjoy and feel that's better than something else. Now also on the private side is bet selection. And we have multiple videos, over 100, 200 videos now in PDF, somewhere in that range, that I've shown bet selections, bigger concepts as to how to get in and out of a shoe, game planning, how to build your bankroll from a small bankroll and grow it up to a bigger bankroll, which is the other secret that obviously I talk about all the time, which is that you should be able to have a small bankroll. Let's say you have a $500 or $1,000 bankroll and you're playing roulette, craps, or baccarat. You should not be looking to take that $1,000 bankroll to a $5,000 bankroll in one session at the casino. That's ridiculous. That's the lottery ticket. We don't push people into a lottery ticket scenario here, all right? So we teach people how to methodically grow the units of that bankroll so that you can move from a $5 unit to a 10, to a 15, to a 25. Now maybe you have enough to start at a $25 bankroll, and you want to be a black chip player. You want to be the $100 base bet player. It's just math, guys. It's just math. It's the same thing in the stock market or Forex or anything else. That's all you need to do is have a methodical game plan to grow that in a safe and conservative way, and you will get to be the $100 base bet player. It's not rocket science here. It's not. And anybody that tells you that it is, it's smoke and mirrors. You know what it is? It's math. It's math. You can't win all the time, and you can't lose all the time. Even if you have no clue what you're doing, you shouldn't be losing all the time. And if you are losing all the time, it's because you have absolutely no money management. Because if you were flat betting some of these different bets, you would win sometimes knowing nothing, and you would lose sometimes knowing nothing. It's a matter of taking that and turning that into an actual solid system for making money and growing it to the point where you're making money on bigger money and turning it into a paycheck, just like the little nonsense that I just showed in that video. So go back and watch the video that's been blowing up my email inbox, and understand that that's a tiny, tiny piece of a bigger situation that we're teaching. So that's all I have to say for the moment. Go back and watch that video, and hopefully that triggers you into watching a lot more of the Bankroll videos on the channel. And hopefully at some point, maybe you decide that you'd like to join us on the private side at cruisecasinomafia.com. And I hope to see you guys in the near future. I'm getting so many positive responses from a lot of the private members that are taking the ideas and they're testing and they're tweaking them to meet their requirements. You don't have to be a robot. No one says that you close your eyes and do it the way I do it. Okay? Learn the idea. See how it feels to play it on a simulator. Maybe for you, you want to add in some wrinkles that you like to use. Maybe you like to jump out of the shoes when you've lost a certain number of results. Maybe you've had 3 back-to-back losses, and for you, if you're up 4 or 5 units, that tells you to get out of the shoe. Maybe that's the way you play, right? Certainly is sometimes the way I play. Or maybe you have some other wrinkle that you like to throw into your systems. This is not me playing for you. This is you playing. I give you the ideas, the concepts, and you can make them your own. And you should. You should make them your own. Okay? People that simply want to follow some guru and close their eyes and have no feedback, no analysis of their own, right? You're never going to win in anything in life doing that. These people want to sell you a black box system. That's what we called it in trading, right? Where it's a push button system, and it says green, so you buy, and it says red, so you sell, okay? With no thought process whatsoever as to how the hell it's working, what you're doing, what's the logic, nothing. That used to be the way that a lot of people would sell their systems, all right? I never want to be that guy. I always explain to you, what is the logic? What is the math? What's the reason for this pattern working or not working? Whatever it may be, all right? If you like what I'm doing, then follow it. If you think that there's things that you would like to try and do differently, then that's why you simulate it and you try it. See if it works better. And if it does, I hope you let me know. All right, that's it for today. I hope you guys watched that video from yesterday. And go back if you're new to the channel. You want to subscribe. We put out 2, 3, 4 videos a week on the public side. And we put out a ton of content on the private side. The promo code is still working for the moment if you're going to join as a lifetime member. And that's Mafia and the number 50. All right, Mafia and the number 50. With all the content I'm putting out at this point, it's basically on the private side, you're basically paying pennies, and I really mean that now, pennies for the amount of content that you're getting that you're getting access to for that one lifetime membership. As I've said before, I don't think I can continue to do what I'm doing and the amount of hours that I'm putting in to continue doing this at that lifetime membership number with the promo code. I'm putting in a huge amount of hours. So that's probably going to have to change at some point. I don't know. I hate doing that because the whole point of me doing this is always the same reason, because I love doing this and sharing it with people, and I want to make it affordable to everybody. So if you're thinking about joining and getting access to everything we've already done and everything we're going to do going forward, you may want to think of joining on the lifetime membership now, because at some point here I'm going to have to rethink it and figure out what makes sense from a financial point of view and a time point of view for me. I do have other businesses. You're going to be hearing more about that stuff on these videos as a sponsored message as soon as I can find time to do that. For those that don't know, I am an attorney, and I help people with very specific issues all over the country. So if you don't know what I do with that stuff, you're going to learn about that soon too, because I'd love to be able to help you guys if you have any of those problems or your family members do. So we're going to start incorporating that in to let people know that I can help you in some other ways if those opportunities exist. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video from yesterday and the stuff that we're going to be putting up for the rest of the week. Have fun. Make sure that you can sniff out that garbage when you see it before you buy any money or buy systems that are charging you $2,500 and all that nonsense. Ask the right questions. Ask the right questions. Not how much money can I make, right? What is your hit rate without all the martingaling? How many bets do you get right, right? What's the drawdown? What's the worst drawdown that you're going to see, right? What's the lowest point that I will ever lose units on in a system, in a shoe, let's say, if it's Bankroll? And what's the average amount of units I make in a winning shoe? All right? These are the type of questions that you want to ask. These are the type of questions you want to ask. Don't get sucked into the nonsense of somebody telling you that you're making 50 units a shoe on average. If you're making 50 units a shoe on average, guess what the downside is on the negative shoes? You don't even want to know. And guess what size bankroll you need to survive those shoes, because that's definitely a doubling up martingaling nonsense. You don't even want to know. So ask the right questions, or come to me and ask me the questions, because if I think it's intriguing, maybe I'll buy the system. You got it. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.